This is my women's 200-meter final prediction. It's going to happen in about an hour. So here's my prediction. First place, as much as I hate to say it, is going to be Gabby Thomas by a fraction. However, my personal favorite is Julian Alfred, and I think she can do it. And in third place, I'm going to go with the American girl, the NCAA champion. Her name is Mackenzie Long. She's going to get third place. So top three, Mackenzie Long, Julian Alfred, and Gabby Thomas. So I'm going to explain how Julian Alfred can upset Gabby Thomas, because Gabby Thomas is the deserving favorite. She's been running good all year. I believe she has been beaten. She lost to Sydney McLaughlin. But besides that, she's run 21.8. She has the fastest personal best out of this entire field of 21.65. And she's a reigning medalist from the last Olympics. So everything is telling me that Gabby Thomas should win this final, and I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised if she does. But if she's not on her A game, she's going to lose by narrowest of margins. So, and if she does lose, it's going to be to one person and one person only, and that's Julian Alfred. So the only way I see Julian Alfred beating Gabby Thomas in this final is if Julian Alfred is placed on the outside or inside lane right next to Gabby Thomas. She cannot be separate lanes apart, because this is where psychological warfare comes in. You have to place Julian Alfred next to Gabby Thomas on the turn, because this is the advantage to Julian Alfred, because she's a way better starter in the 60 and a faster 100-meter runner. So Julian Alfred has to be placed next to Gabby Thomas so she can build a lead coming off the turn. If Gabby Thomas sees Julian Alfred put a gap on her of at least a meter, then Gabby Thomas's race strategy will have to be adjusted on the spot. And we've seen Gabby Thomas be manipulated, not manipulated, but her race strategy has been affected by people who are next to her. When she doesn't have threats to her, she runs her own race and puts up great times. Like yesterday in the semifinal, she ran a 21.8 easy. But when she's next to somebody like Julian Alfred, like we saw a couple weeks ago when they raced, Gabby Thomas was laboring to win in a 21.8 fashion. Well, given that she wasn't in the shape she is now, but still, they placed Julian Alfred next to her in that race, and Gabby Thomas was coming off that turn running her own race, but she realized that Julian Alfred had another gear, so Gabby Thomas had to change her race strategy at 150 and had to labor for that win a couple weeks back. So we need to see that same race repeated, but Julian Alfred this time has to run even harder off the turn to come off with a 1 meter lead, just like Dina Asher-Smith had in that same race. And Julian Alfred will have to trust her speed endurance, which she has proven to demonstrate in the NCAAs last year. She is a 21.8 runner, so she has the strength. But she's going to have to believe in herself that she can maintain a pace of 21.7 to 21.6, because that's what it's going to take to win this final. Julian Alfred is going to have to believe she can run a 21.7, 21.6 pace coming off the turn and beat Gabby Thomas. So Julian Alfred will be she'll be winning at the 120 meter mark ahead of Gabby Thomas. And if she's still a meter ahead, I think Julian Alfred will win this race. But if they're even off the turn, then I think Gabby Thomas will win this race if they're even off the turn. Because off the turn, Julian Alfred's strength is gone. Now it's a run to the finish, and Gabby Thomas has shown she can close like a monster. So given that, I just want to say I hope they all race healthy in the finals. The finals is in about 15 minutes, and I'm calling it right now. Julian Alfred for the upset. 40%, 30% chance she does it. I want her to win. I believe she can win, but Gabby Thomas is the favorite. And the podium is Gabby Thomas, Julian Alfred, and Mackenzie Long. You heard it here first. See you in the final.